Where is your hook? Avoiding the biggest mistake in marketing copy. Do you know the biggest mistake that's killing your marketing copy right now? It's one that costs businesses thousands of lost conversions every single day, yet it's completely avoidable once you know what to look for. In today's crowded digital landscape, your marketing message has mere seconds to capture attention. Think about your own browsing behavior. How quickly do you scroll past content that doesn't immediately grab you? Your prospects are doing exactly the same thing with your marketing. Whether you're crafting emails, social media posts, or website copy, one critical mistake can sink your efforts before they even begin. That mistake is burying your hook, your strongest, most compelling message, too deep in your content. I see this everywhere. Talented marketers and business owners who have amazing offers, incredible results, and powerful value propositions, but they're hiding their best material behind walls of setup text, background information, and gentle introductions. This presentation explores the art of creating magnetic marketing copy that grabs attention instantly and converts casual browsers into loyal customers. We're going to uncover the most common copywriting pitfalls that are costing you money right now, and more importantly, I'll provide you with actionable strategies to transform your messaging into a powerful conversion tool. By the end of this presentation, you'll understand exactly how to position your strongest messages for maximum impact, and you'll have the frameworks you need to write copy that actually converts. I'm Tim Hewitt, and I'm excited to help you transform your marketing copy from ignored to irresistible. The 8-second challenge: why your hook matters. Let's start with some sobering statistics that explain exactly why your hook placement is so critical to your marketing success. The average online attention span is just 8 seconds. 8 seconds! That's less time than it takes most people to read a single paragraph of traditional marketing copy. Your prospects are scanning, skimming, and making split-second decisions about whether your content is worth their time. Here's another statistic that should concern you. 54% of users will leave a poor-performing site within just 1 minute. That means more than half of your potential customers are making their exit decision before they've even given your content a fair chance. And perhaps most importantly, your competitors are literally just one click away. In the digital world, switching from your content to someone else's requires virtually no effort. There's no friction, no commitment, no reason for prospects to stick around if you don't immediately demonstrate value. In the digital world, time is the scarcest resource. Your prospects are busy, distracted, and overwhelmed by competing messages from dozens of other businesses just like yours. If your content doesn't immediately communicate value, if it doesn't answer their internal question of, "What's in this for me?" they'll move on without a second thought. This creates what I call the 8-second challenge. Within those first few seconds of engagement, you must accomplish several things: capture attention, communicate relevance, demonstrate value, and create enough intrigue to keep them reading. That's a tall order, but it's absolutely achievable when you understand how to position your hook correctly. The implications are clear. Burying your strongest message, your hook, anywhere but at the very beginning of your copy is a costly mistake that directly impacts engagement, trust, and ultimately, your bottom line. The psychology behind burying the lead. Now let's examine why so many marketers make this mistake in the first place. Understanding the psychology behind burying the lead will help you avoid this trap in your own marketing. The term burying the lead is borrowed from journalism, where it refers to hiding the most critical piece of information too deep within an article. For marketers, this means keeping your boldest promise, your unique value proposition, or your strongest benefit buried in your content instead of spotlighting it up front. But why do we do this? The psychology is actually quite understandable. Fear of being too pushy leads many businesses to ease into their pitch gradually. This common hesitation stems from a genuine desire to build rapport and establish credibility before making bold claims. Many marketers think they need to warm up their audience first, provide context, establish authority, or build a relationship before they can make their strongest promises. While these intentions are good, this approach often results in lost opportunities because most readers never make it to your best material. Here's the reality that might surprise you. Being bold is not pushy, it's necessary. If your offer genuinely solves a real pain point, if your product truly delivers the results you claim, then leading with your strongest message actually shows respect for your audience's time and attention. Think about it from your prospect's perspective. They're busy, they're skeptical, and they're looking for solutions. They don't want to read through paragraphs of setup just to discover what you're actually offering. They want to know immediately whether you can help them solve their problem. Your customers won't wait around to discover your value proposition. They're not going to dig through your content hoping to find the good stuff. If you don't lead with your strongest hook, most of your audience will never see it at all. 4. Costly copywriting mistakes that kill conversions. Let's examine 4 specific copywriting mistakes that are killing your conversions right now. These are patterns I see repeatedly in marketing copy across every industry. The first mistake is hiding your strongest offer. This is the big one. Saving your best material for later means most readers never see it. Whether it's your money-back guarantee, your most impressive result, or your unique methodology, if it's not at the beginning of your copy, you're losing people before they discover what makes you special. Always lead with your most compelling benefit or guarantee. The second mistake is disjointed transitions. Choppy copy without smooth connections between ideas forces readers to work too hard to follow your logic. When your copy jumps from point to point without clear transitions, it creates cognitive friction that causes people to disengage before reaching your call to action. Your copy should flow like a conversation, not read like a disconnected series of bullet points. The third mistake is missing micro-commitments. Effective copy builds a series of small agreements throughout the reader's journey. These are moments where your reader thinks, yes, that's true, or that makes sense, or I've experienced that problem too. Without these incremental nods from your audience, they're much less likely to take the final action you want. Each paragraph should build agreement toward your ultimate goal. The fourth mistake is weak calls to action. This is where even good copy falls apart. Vague or timid CTAs fail to create urgency or clearly communicate the benefit of taking action, resulting in missed conversion opportunities. Your call to action should be specific, benefit-focused, and create a sense of urgency or scarcity. Each of these mistakes compounds the others. When you bury your hook and have weak transitions and miss micro-commitments and end with a weak CTA, you're essentially guaranteeing poor conversion rates. Writing hooks that convert. The bold promise strategy. Now let's get into the solution. Here are 3 proven hook strategies that you can implement immediately to transform your copy's performance. The first is the problem-driven hook. This directly addresses a pain point that resonates with your target audience and immediately offers a solution with specific results. For example, tired of wasting money on ads that don't convert? Our proven system generates 3x ROI within 30 days. This works because it immediately identifies a specific problem your audience is experiencing, creates an emotional connection through shared frustration, and offers a concrete solution with measurable results. Notice how specific the promise is. Not just better results, but 3x ROI within 30 days. The second is the aspiration-driven hook. This creates a vivid picture of the desired outcome, triggering the reader to imagine themselves achieving success through your offering. For example, what if every email you sent brought in sales like clockwork? our template system makes it possible. This approach works by helping your prospect visualize their ideal future state. The phrase "like clockwork" creates a mental image of consistent, predictable results. You're not just selling a product, you're selling a transformation. The third is the curiosity-driven hook. This creates an information gap that compels readers to keep reading to discover the secret that could transform their results. For example, the unconventional tactic that helped our clients double their leads in 30 days, without increasing ad spend. Curiosity-driven hooks work because they promise insider knowledge or unusual methods. The word unconventional suggests this isn't common knowledge, and the specific results with the constraint without increasing ad spend makes the promise even more intriguing. Each of these hook types can be adapted to virtually any business or offer. The key is choosing the approach that best matches your audience's primary motivation and your strongest proof point. Emotional triggers. The secret to irresistible copy. Now let's dive deeper into the emotional triggers that make copy truly irresistible. Effective marketing copy taps into fundamental emotional drives that motivate action. By identifying and addressing these emotional triggers directly in your hooks, you create an immediate connection that keeps readers engaged throughout your message. The first trigger is fear of missing out. This is one of the most powerful motivators in marketing. Example: last chance. This offer expires at midnight tonight. FOMO works because our brains are wired to avoid loss more strongly than we're motivated to seek gain. When people believe they might miss out on something valuable, they're compelled to act quickly. The second trigger is desire for achievement. People want to see themselves as successful, elite, or accomplished. Example: join the elite 2% of marketers who consistently generate six-figure campaigns. This works because it positions your offer as a pathway to a higher status or achievement level. You're not just selling a product, you're selling membership in an exclusive group. The third trigger is need for security. In uncertain times, people crave stability and protection from risk. Example: never worry about unreliable results again with our 100% money-back guarantee. Security-focused copy works by addressing the fear of making the wrong decision. You're removing risk and providing peace of mind. The fourth trigger is aspiration for growth. People are motivated by the possibility of transformation and improvement. Example: transform your business from struggling to thriving in just 90 days. Growth-focused copy works because it promises a better future version of themselves or their business. The most effective copy often combines multiple emotional triggers. You might lead with aspiration, support it with achievement desire, and close with security through guarantees and risk reversal. Crafting CTAs that drive. Action. Your call to action is where all your great copywriting either pays off or falls apart. Even if you've crafted the perfect hook and maintained engagement throughout your copy, a weak CTA can kill your conversions. Let's break down the 3 essential elements of CTAs that drive action. First, what should they do? Be specific and direct about the exact action you want your audience to take. Vague instructions lead to hesitation and lost conversions. Instead of "click here" or "learn more," use specific action language. Example: click here to download your free conversion checklist. This tells them exactly what will happen when they click and what they'll receive. Second, why should they do it now? Create a sense of urgency or scarcity that motivates immediate action, rather than the "I'll do it later" response that rarely actually happens. Example: limited time, save 20% when you sign up before Friday. Urgency works because it forces a decision point. Without urgency, people will bookmark your page and forget about it. Third, what value will they get? Clearly articulate the benefit they'll receive by taking the desired action, focusing on transformation rather than just features. Example: join now and turn struggling campaigns into profit machines. This focuses on the outcome they want rather than just describing what they'll get. The most effective CTAs combine all three elements. They tell people exactly what to do, why they should do it now, and what value they'll receive. When you craft your CTAs this way, you remove friction and doubt while maximizing motivation to act. Remember, your CTA should feel like the natural conclusion to everything you've built up in your copy. If your hook promises a solution and your body copy proves you can deliver, your CTA should make it easy and compelling to take the next step. Transform your copy. Next steps for magnetic marketing. Now that you understand the principles of magnetic marketing copy, let's talk about how to implement these strategies in your own business. Here's your action plan for transforming your copy. First, audit your current copy. Review your existing marketing materials, your website, emails, social media posts, and ads to identify buried hooks. Look for places where you've hidden your strongest messages behind setup text or gradual buildup. Most businesses are shocked to discover how deep they've buried their best material. Second, lead with your strongest message. Restructure your content to put your boldest promise, your biggest benefit, or your most impressive result right at the beginning. This might feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, being bold isn't pushy when you can actually deliver on your promises. Third, inject emotional triggers. Go back through your copy and identify opportunities to address the core motivations that drive your audience. Are they primarily motivated by fear, aspiration, achievement, or security? Make sure your copy speaks to these fundamental drives. Fourth, strengthen your CTAs. Apply the three-element framework we discussed. Be specific about what they should do, create urgency for why they should do it now, and clearly communicate the value they'll receive. Test different approaches and measure which ones drive the best results. The difference between mediocre and magnetic marketing copy often comes down to strategic positioning and emotional intelligence. By leading with your strongest hook and maintaining engagement throughout, you'll transform casual browsers into committed customers. Ready to elevate your copywriting skills even further? I recommend joining the Write Like Dan Challenge, where you'll get hands-on practice implementing these strategies with expert feedback. The link is in the description. Remember, great copywriting isn't about manipulation or tricks. It's about clearly communicating value in a way that respects your audience's time and helps them make informed decisions. When you lead with your strongest hook, you're doing your prospects a favor by showing them immediately whether you can help solve their problems. Your copy is one of your most important business assets. Invest the time to get it right, and you'll see the impact in your conversion rates, your customer quality, and your bottom line. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to seeing the results you achieve with your transformed copy.